Dear students, good morning to you. This class for class 9. Today I will teach you chapter 4, linear equations in two variables. So chapter 4, linear equations in two variables. We have studied in class 8, even in class 7 also, about linear equation in one variable. Okay, we have learned how to solve a linear equation in one variable. Some example, suppose 2x plus 3 suppose is equal to 4x plus 5. So we can solve. Here the variable is x and these are the 2 and 4 are the coefficients, 3 and 5 are the constant term, and we know how to solve it, and is equal to 2. And it implies that x equal to minus 1. This is the solution of this equation. You know how to solve the equation. Okay? So minus 1 is the solution of this equation. Even this number we can plot on the number line. On the number line, so we can plot it. So you have the idea about the linear equation in one variable. If one variable, then there will be one solution, and generally the variables are x, y, z. Other variable also we are using, but most useful that variable is x, y and z. Some properties of linear equation that, suppose on both sides the terms are there, sometimes the equation may be equal to 0. Some properties that in an equation we can adding the same term on both sides. We can add the same term on both sides. We can subtract same term on both sides. We can multiply, we can divide also by the same term on both sides. These are some properties of linear equation in one variable. But now you will learn about the linear equation in two variables. Okay, linear equations in two variables. So one example I will give you that what is the use and how will form a linear equation in two variables. Suppose, for example, in one international cricket, two batsmen. Suppose Indian batsman scored the run 100. Okay, together two Indian batsmen scored the runs 100. Okay, then we have to form a linear equation. Then you see here that individual score we don't know. Total run scored by the two batsmen is 100, but individual run we don't know. So here one example, then how we form a linear equation. We suppose that the score of one batsman is x and the score of another batsman is y. Then we can write that x plus y is equal to 100. Okay, x plus y is equal to 100. It is one example of linear equation in two variables. Here variables x and y are the variables. So this is one example of linear equation in two variables. This equation also we can write that x plus y minus 100 is equal to 0. Okay, we can make the equation is equal to 0. So this is one example of linear equation in two variables. After some equations we can write, suppose 3x plus 4y is equal to 0. Then we can write that y equal to 3x plus 5. Okay, then we can write that 5s plus 6t is equal to 7. Here s and t are used the variables. So these are some examples also that linear equation in two variables. Okay, here x and y are the variables, here s and t are the variables. Some equation have is equal to 0. Here generally that 3 and 4 are said to be the coefficients. Here third term is not there. Here 5 will be the constant term. Here you see 5 and 6 are the coefficients of the variable. 7 is the constant term. With 7 no variable. Okay, so these are some example of linear equation in two variables. So you see that if an equation we can put in the form if an equation we can put in the form that ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, okay, then this is called linear equation in two variables. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is the linear equation in two variables. Also, this is called the general or standard form of linear equation in two variables, where a, comma b and c, okay, are the real numbers. A, B, C are the real numbers, and you know the real numbers, it may be plus, it may be minus, it may be root, it may be fraction also. So any real number, but A and B both are not, okay, non-zero terms, means A should not be equal to 0 and B also should not be equal to 0. C, it may be 0 or may not be 0, is not matter, but A and B are not equal to 0. This condition should be satisfied. Okay? So this is the linear equation in two variables where A, B, C are the real numbers, where A and B are not equal to 0, means A not equal to 0 and B not equal to 0. So this equation you have to remember. Okay? This also called the general or standard form of linear equation in two variables. Means you have to express that first x term, then y term, then constant term. This is the arrangement of the terms and it is equal to 0. So this is called the standard form or general form of linear equation in two variables. You see this equation and these equations are same. Now suppose for example that x plus y plus 2 is equal to 0, or that 5x minus 6y minus 2 equal to 0. These are some linear equation in two variables. Here 5 and 6 are the coefficients. 5 is the coefficient of x, minus 6 is the coefficient of y, and minus 2 is the constant terms. Okay? So these are some example of linear equation in two variables. So here you see the page number 66, 67 and 68. Here it is explained about the linear equation in two variables. Here given so many examples also. So you will learn this page, you will read, okay, these pages, you will get more idea about the linear equations in two variables. Is that clear? So now I will start exercise 4.1. So start exercise 4.1. Read the question number 1. Exercise 4.1. Question number 1. Okay, question number 1. Here given that the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. Write a linear equation in two variables to represent this statement. And actually that if two things we don't know, means unknown, then if we form the equation, then it will be a linear equation in two variables. Relation between the two things. Okay, relation between the two things. They are given the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. So here let the cost, suppose let the cost of a notebook suppose x, and the cost of a pen is y. Okay, let the cost of a notebook is x and the cost of a pen is y. Here given the cost of notebook is double of twice of pen. So by condition, so we'll write the by condition that cost of the notebook is twice the cost of a pen. So this is the equation. Read again. The cost of a notebook is twice, means double the cost of a pen. So don't write this way 2x equal to y. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. You will form the correct equation. Also this equation can write also x minus 2y is equal to 0. This is in general form. Either this is the answer or you can express the equation in general form. So this is the answer, x minus 2y is equal to 0. Is that clear? So you have to practice like that some statement wise the question to form the linear equation. Further we will give some more example. So question number 1 is finished. Then question number 2. Here given, express the following linear equation in the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and indicate the values of a, b, c in each case. Question number 2. These are very easy. Okay. So number 2. Question number 2. 1. Here given the equation that 2x plus 3y is equal to 9.35 and bar on 5. We have to express the equation in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. And then we have to indicate the values of a, b and c. So the answer will be 2x plus 3y. This term transfer, this side is plus, if we transfer then sign will be changed, minus 9.35 bar is equal to 0. So this is the answer. You compare this equation and this equation. So this is the answer first part, but we have to indicate the values. Now if we compare this equation and this equation, then we'll have the value of a, means x coefficient that is denoted by a, and here x coefficient is 2. Okay, b is the coefficient of y you compare with, then b coefficient of y, that is b, the value is 3. And this is fully constant term, then c value is minus 9.35 bar. After x and y, whatever the terms will be, that will be completely the constant term. So if here sign minus, so you have to write the minus sign. So this is the answer, means this is the value of a, b and c. Then number 2 start. Number 2, they are given that x minus y by 5, okay, minus 10 is equal to 0. This equation already in this form. Or this equation you can write 1 by 5y minus 10 is equal to 0. This is the answer. This is the answer. Already this equation of this form, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Or we can simplify, if we take 5 is the LCM, that also we can simplify, but it is not necessary. So okay, this is the answer. Then if we find the value a, coefficient of x is 1, so 1. Here b, coefficient of y is minus 1 by 5. If minus sign, should write minus. And c value here minus 10. Okay, these are the values of a, b, c.